One of the things that's interesting about internal communications, especially with an intranet, you don't necessarily want people to come there and hang out for long periods of time like you would if you're building a social network. From a business standpoint, you want people to go to the intranet, get what they need, and get back to work. You don't want to distract people from their work. And so part of that is building an engaging platform, but also building an efficient platform.
So there's the user-based element. And by giving that power to an employee to say, our intranet is out here, we have some elements that we can push, but you can configure the way you want it to look. When you wake up in the morning, your digest, and you can see what happened overnight, especially for a company like a Global, where we run 24 hours a day. That's a huge element of it.
It's the place for people to get news about the company. Some people may use BNN as their landing page. I think most people use that myboeing.com that I mentioned. And that's where we have that content amplifier that has sort of that headline box. That's where people can submit their time, they can submit expense reports, do all these various tasks, and also get to BNN. I mentioned that daily email that is sent every day. People get there that way. Some people go straight to the website themselves. Some people just use the mobile app and get to content that way. So it's a variety, but myboeing.com is probably the biggest entry point, most significant one for us.
I think we've gone from 7 to 2 enterprise communication channels and focusing on those, one for just news, information, resources, communicating out more broadly, top-down messaging, and another focused on operational. What does it take for you to do your job? And that was really noisy before. Understand what you need to do your job, and we're really streamlining those channels to make it uber clear where to go for information, news, and resources.
The architect will bring in those folks from those different departments. Maybe it's from somebody from HR, maybe it's someone from finance, maybe it's someone from IT itself, to be able to integrate those tools so that you do end up with that vision that you have of a modern intranet with all of those integrations together.
We went to doing a live daily newsletter that also was our intranet. So we called our intranet Nebraska Medicine Now because we wanted that immediacy of this is where you go if you need a question right now. This is our source of truth.
The last 30 days, we've had almost 100,000 employees on BNN. That's roughly about 70% of the workforce. That's better numbers than what we had with the previous iteration of BNN before we made the transition. We didn't really have a good feel for actual number of employees who were actually viewing content. We were told through surveys that about 63% of people were viewing BNN every day or nearly every day. So we can actually put a number to that and see how many folks, how many unique viewers we've got at a given time and what they're doing in there.
When you think about a communications team and how many people you need to actually leverage to get those communications out to your workforce, this is really bringing a ton of efficiencies on the back end, and it's creating content in one place and publishing it everywhere.